We're back in Galatians 2 this morning, and Paul is confronting false doctrine in the churches of Galatia. And it's this idea that you have to be Jewish to be a Christian has come up, and Paul just flatly points out that is not true. And one of the examples he gives is Titus. Titus is a Gentile, and he does not conform to the Jewish law, but he is still accepted to be a Christian. And verse number 16, Paul writes this: knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Jesus Christ. Even we have believed in Jesus Christ, that we might be justified by the faith of Christ, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. And that just points out the law is not something that saves, it's something that condemns. And it's something that points us to our need for something more. And that something more is the finished work of Christ on the cross, the great gospel that it's our job to share. If we skip down a couple verses later, verse number 19, Paul writes this: for I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto God. I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. And that's just a beautiful picture of the gospel there. And what I was just saying, the law is not something that saves, it's something that condemns, but it points us to a need for something more. And that something more is Jesus Christ, who loved me and gave himself for me. So just a great reminder that it's the gospel that saves. It's not anything else that saves. It's not any work. It's not the gospel, and it's the gospel. It's faith in the finished work of Christ on the cross.